I was so dumb, but I hopped on a plane, almost drove right back to the 541. Shitty U-turn on the freeway, you turn me from a fiend to a way to you fun. I can wait in the sun for a little, but it's been real gray, and tonight it's a nice C1. I can wait in the cold for a while.
I'm surprised the M's didn't do some sort of fundraiser. I know they needed, if they need a little less, like I'm sure they could have gotten XM players or something to donate auction. You know, if they needed like $500,000, they could have.
Where the fuck is Mike Sweeney and Eric Davis?
Sal Pisano. Yeah. But the fact that they needed multiple of millions, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get that with a car wash.
Yeah. Now that I turned us on real quick, viewer, listener, I guess just viewer at this point. Ski and I were talking about this. The Carl's Jr. Coach Waz double play. Double play melt. It's $15, and every purchase gives $5 to Oregon baseball, which Oregon baseball does not need your money.
And
by the way, Carl's Jr., you got a lot of fucking nerve charging $15 for a combo meal. Get fucked. And I say this as a former Carl's Jr. shift leader. You know what I'm saying?
Well, is that a $5 bump from what they would charge? Is that a $10 meal?
I think so. So they're forcing you to give $5 to Oregon baseball.
Because Carl's Jr. can take that $5 out of their cut. I know that. Nope.
I do think it's funny that Coach Waz is the like person on it.
Oh, it's college baseball. Nobody knows a fucking player's name for the most part in college baseball.
Yeah.
Now, if it was a football player and you got a quarterback or a big time receiver on board, then yes, I could see that.
Coach Waz taking all of that NIL money.
Oh yeah,
which is also funny.
And I would love to see someone that'd be like, you know what? I want to donate to Oregon Athletics by this $15 burger meal. Like that's their angle. Like, oh, I wasn't going to get Carl's Jr., but you know what? I think I'm going to do it now.
They support Oregon baseball? Yeah.
Because Oregon Athletics does not have enough fucking money. They're poor.
Exactly.
They're cash poor.
Cash poor.
It's a dying program. Fuck out of here, Coach Waz.
Coach Waz.
It's true, though.
More like Coach Whack.
It's true, though.
What, that's a poor program?
Yes.
Yeah. They need that extra Carl's Jr. $5.
Yeah, they need that.
I'm just saying Rob Mullins was trying to warn people like 4 months ago that this house thing is not good for them. They're poor.
Hey man, I get it.
But, what level
in this
poor?
economy?
Like Oregon football adjacent poor, or like around the country?
Everything else is poor. Like just Oregon's undergrads are at like 21,000. Every team in the outside of like Northwestern, everyone else in the Big Ten, 70,000 undergrads. Yeah, they're poor comparatively.
Man, I guess we all got to go out and spend $15 on this Coach Waz double play meal.
Just saying,
I don't
even know what you're talking about, but you check out endowments.
Yeah,
Oregon's not great.
We're talking about. Listener, you might not get it because you weren't watching the stream, but King just hopped in the middle of our conversation about the Coach Waz double play burger deal from Carl's Jr. And it is $14.99 for a burger and fries and a drink. And everyone you purchase, $5 goes to Oregon baseball.
That's cheap for Carl's Jr. What are you guys complaining about? What's your quibble? Have you had a double star meal there? $77.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I haven't been to Carl's Jr. in a while.
Not exactly a fiscally frugal.
Remember when the $5 burger came out, and it was a combo for $6 with the $5 burger, which was like the big, huge half-pound patty. It was great. You get 2 famous stars for $3 back then. We were living the dream. 2 famous stars right now, $12.
Yeah, easy.
$12.
I recoil when I drive by a Carl's Jr. now. I'm just like, you want how much for a famous Western? Oh, no.
Yeah, you could go to any local burger place and get a burger for less.
Pretty much.
now.
Yeah.
The only place I would say that is more expensive would probably be Five Guys.
Well,
No doubt.
But
get me started.
But you do
Don't get me started on Five Guys.
You get 2 pounds of French fries. I mean, at least you get something.
Inedible because they're fucking cold.
Yes.
They do.
Let's give
they
you
do chill real quick.
9 pounds of fries in a bag. Oh, you're driving home? That's the sick joke. Enjoy your ice cold.
Ski said it, by the way. It's not that they don't make them fresh. It's that they get fucking cold immediately. Like whatever whatever kind of potato they're using or whatever cut they're using of potato, it is.
They're definitely using those fucking russets. That's for sure.
Immediately soggy. And I bet like they don't put any sort of preservatives or anything like that like you're supposed to.
Well,
in America, we put that shit on our French fries and they taste fantastic for like 5 minutes after they come out of the fryer because that's how it's supposed to be done. You're telling me you're using like real potatoes and cutting them up and then putting them fresh? Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Process that shit.
Well, here's a question. So I 100% agree with King that they do get cold very quickly.
Right away.
But what you guys takes, I actually don't mind a soggy fry. I think some fries and some burger places, I'm fine with a soggy fry.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be crisp every time, but
I generally agree.
It's got to be, but it's got to be warm.
Warm, yes. See, but I don't mind the flaccid warm fry.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't have to be that extra
Fully
coating.
erect.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't. Yeah.
Hey, at this age, we take what we can get, right? You know.
You don't need a throbbing, veiny fry. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I just need it to be hot. That's it. That's it.
And I will back you 100% on that because cold fries are fucking gross.
Is that too much to ask, really? Like, I mean, yeah.
The Five Guys propaganda is strong. People.
It's good. It's a good burger.
Fine hamburger, fine hot dogs.
Yeah, it just costs you $27.
Yeah.
It is insanely expensive. Yeah.
And I don't want to take it down this direction, but it always drives me insane when people bring in Five Guys into like an In-N-Out discussion. And it's like, yeah, it should be better. It's 3 times the cost is In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Congrats. Your $24 meal is better than this $7.99 meal. You got me. Good on you. Okay.
Yeah. That was the people back in the day complaining about how gross like Grizzly was compared to like Copenhagen. And it's like, yeah, they take fucking wood chips and just like mix it with some menthol and there's your Grizzly back in the day. It's not some.
But you want to know what? That nicotine still gets to your fucking dome, man.
It still gets there.
Probably faster.
Oh, yeah. Well, not as fast as Kodiak. Nothing is.
Well, nothing is as poisonous as Kodiak.
No. Oh, God.
I've never chewed tobacco in my life. Not even once.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Is that surprising? Is that surprising? By the way, is that surprising for like somebody who played like as much sports as I did? Like to
You're
never
looking at your
any point?
glasses. No.
All right. I gotta say,
My glasses look exactly the same.
I think you'll find.
Did you ever smoke a cigarette?
No, I did cigars for a little while. That was like a thing for a little bit, like a few months. But yeah, no.
I'm surprised you never got a little pouch or just a little red band off someone. Not going by yourself, but yeah, just.
Yeah, that's sort of my point. That's sort of my point, right? I played a lot of baseball over the years, and at no point did anybody offer me any. Even, I guess that worked out.
Well, if you're buying a can of Coke back in the day as a 18, 17, real expensive, man.
And that shit didn't last.
No,
every single person on the team would be like, it was like the from Finding Dory, the seagulls. Mine.
It was the same with seeds, if I remember correctly. Like if one person brought a bag of seeds, that shit was getting shared throughout the whole team, and it was gone by the end of the game. Like,
if you had to go out to the field to play half an inning out the field,
it's gone.
You left your bag. Oh yeah, it's No, see, that's why you needed to buy. You go buy the like decoy can of Rooster, and then you hide your good stuff underneath. Let them pick away at the Rooster or Sequoia, and you have your coat hiding.
Those are some deep cuts.
Jesus,
these are cans.
This guy.
These are cans of chew. These are cans of chew that were around for like 18 months back in the day.
There is nobody who knows.
Sequoia was the worst. I know we've mentioned Sequoia before, so I won't dwell on it. But like, you know, like the Snoop line, there's like no seeds, no stems, no sticks. That's all it was.
That's all it was. Yeah.
That's all it was. You would literally throw in a dip and be like, oh, good. And then all of a sudden a fucking log would come projecting out of your...
Yeah, that was chewing bark mulch for the most part.
Terrible.
But Sequoia had the twist tops, which was ingenious, and no one else used it.
I didn't like it.
I enjoyed the twist top.
I wanted to put my fingers in there and get them really dirty so everyone knew I was a real diphead.
Right.
Yeah, you had the
I wouldn't even eat my fingernails back. I don't want everyone to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that a thing? I know there were like there's Coke nails. There's Coke nails. Is there chew nails?
You just needed one fingernail just a little long so you could break the seal. That's it.
Okay. So yes is what you're saying.
It
yes.
It doesn't have to be long like a Coke nail. Just you can't cut them down, to nothing.
It's more of a thumb, like a
more important appendage thing was to build up the callus on the thumb so you could take the beer can or soda can and pop that top down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the important one.
Yeah, except for...
I
was going to say, how many cuts you got on your thumb?
Oh, my God. I guess... Like, if I go and do, like, yard work or something and, like, get my finger dirty, like, I can legit be like, yeah, I see the scars.
Are you calloused up? Vet. Yeah, you got to be, like, calloused up, right?
No, I never calloused up. I cut every time.
Oh, it's a damn shame.
It sucked. Yeah.
By the way...
It's because you use the elbow to pop the top first, and then... So you're not digging in there too much. Yeah.
By the way, like viewer, I apologize. We're chunking like crazy. There's nothing I can do about it. It sort of is what it is. WCP says he's never tried the ways of Zen, but he has tried pretty much every other delivery method of nicotine. Booble says he was a heroin guy, which makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
And first time in the chat, Kurt. Hi, Kurt.
I think I shamed into this one.
I think
shame works. Shame works.
All right. Peer pressure, shaming. Like, by the way, kids.
Wow, this guy took a dip in high school. I know that. You got peer pressure into that one.
You know what he says? He says Jolt Cola and Fun Dip were the real ones. That was his dip. Was Fun Dip. Fun Dip was the shit.
Big League Chew.
Yep.
What was the mainstream answer to Jolt? It was like a Pepsi thing, and I feel like it was like a jungle theme, where they had like some sort of a big cat that started with like a J or something. Hava.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like the mainstream answer to Jolt.
Kurt, I bet Kurt knows.
I swear it had like a jaguar.
Oh, Booble says it's Surge. Surge?
No, not Surge. No,
okay.
Not Surge. No.
Okay. All right.
No.
So Kurt does say, you fuckers were calling me out for not listening anymore. I was too busy watching my copy of Tango and Cash on Laserdisc on repeat. Good man.
Tango and Cash.
Good man.
No one said you didn't have any class.
No one said that.
No one said that. I mean, come on. You fire up the Laserdisc. I mean...
Yeah,
you put your fucking top hat on with that.
That's professional. That's graduate level. That's good stuff right there. All right, should we start the podcast? Let's start the podcast. I'm Alex. He's King. He's Ski.
Josta. It was called Josta.
That's made up.
Josta. Josta.
That's made up. Pull it up on your.
Oh my God.
Pull it up on your
Yep,
phone. Show it to us. Otherwise, I don't
I
believe
feel
it.
like it could have been marketed with Black Panther. I'm actually feeling like this is. I don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
Appropriation.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this.
Oh, I don't much care for that.
Yeah.
I don't much care for that. Here,
Nope.
let's see if I can share it. Oh boy!
Oh yeah, I remember it now.
Oh
I remember it being
boy!
disgusting. I think I tried it once. It was disgusting.
Just
Not great.
what did I call it? Hava.
Haba.
I made like Hispanic.
Yeah.
Hava.
Booble says his brother drank Josta, and it said it was gross. Yeah.
It's gross. Yeah, I remember it being gross.
Yeah. All right, I'm Alex. He's King. He's Ski. This is the podcast. Join our Discord, Sports Brewery and Discord. That's the place you will want to be if you like this podcast or care about things that we care about. It's the place where we get our list suggestions, our movie suggestions. We watch a movie podcast and talk about it every Sunday. This week's movie is Monster Hunter. It is on Hulu. It's Ski's movie this week. He chose Monster Hunter. It's on Hulu, so you can watch that. Listen to us talk about it. The podcast will come out on Sunday. Twitch is where we do the sports podcast live every Thursday. Twitch.tv/abrog87. Guys, I say it every single podcast, and nobody goes on there and hits the follow button. And so I'm almost like, why am I even saying it? We do have people watching live, so that's fun.
There's a follow button
I
on there?
appreciate that. There is on Twitch. If you hit the follow button, it tells you when we go live, and you can just click a button, and then you can watch and get in the chat. It's fun or whatever. I think people have told me it's fun. Not Kurt. Kurt doesn't think it's fun, but he's here because he was peer pressured, and peer pressure works. Kids, don't forget.
Take a hit. Just take one.
Just one.
Just a quick drag.
Oh, that's good, man. Come on. It'll make you
Yeah, it'll be
cool.
fun.
It'll make you
Make
cool.
you feel good.
It'll make you cool.
Yeah.
You like being cool, don't you? Oh, maybe you don't like being cool. I don't know.
I mean, you don't have parents around, so something's got to make you feel good.
Hey, no, I know we're cool. Don't you want to be cool like us? I don't know. Maybe you
get
don't.
you that JanSport backpack you've been looking at. Just saying.
Was it JanSport backpack with the lighter clips on it? Isn't that what you were saying a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
only the cool kids.
Only the cool kids. You guys ever have one of those chain wallets? You ever do that?
I never did the chain. No, never a chain wallet guy.
Me neither.
I felt like that I had Jinkos, so I'm guilty on that. But the chain wallet always felt more like you were a Zoot Suit Riot type guy, like however you would classify that. It just wasn't
like a mighty boss tone. Is that?
Yes, like you love ska. Like you either love ska or the Ramones if you had a chain wallet. And
though they were a different kind of oversized pants that you wore with the chain wallet. So you had like the Jinkos or whatever, but like the Zoot Suit dudes, those were like fancy oversized pants. Like there was stripes on them and shit.
I think the Ramon people wore the tight jeans back.
The Ramon
people wore the tight jeans. Yeah.
But they also had
They had the chain wallets.
I think they had the chain wallets.
Did they?
Yeah, I think some of the Ramones more did the chain on the leather jacket, the chain wallet and the leather jacket.
But I think it's also because maybe they were a little more fearful of getting their wallets stolen from going through like heroin dens and stuff.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Jinkos, which you're not digging a wallet out of someone's Jinko pocket.
You're just going to a Safeway. It's just a Dairy Mart. You're fine. You're good.
You're not finding it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's $1.98 for a 32-ounce soda and a king-size Snickers. No one's going through your wallet. You're good.
Nope.
Going into Safeway to get that cheap fried rice. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
So many peas in this one. Ugh.
I mean, you could get the Safeway brand soda out of the machines outside for $0.25.
Perfect.
Shasta.
The Shasta brand. They had some other brands, and like was it Mr. Pibb, or they had a doctor? It was a
Dr. Becker.
Dr. Becker.
Dr. Becker.
That's right. The Shasta brand. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Soda talk.
That's a perfect lunch, by the way. It's a perfect lunch. $0.25 for a Shasta and then like some fried rice at Safeway. That's a perfect lunch. Like, I defy you to find a better lunch than that.
Safeway Chinese food was underrated, man.
Amen. Very
authentic.
The
Yeah.
chicken was great too.
Straight out of Shanghai, if I would ever taste it, man. Perfect.
Well, I mean, it was like a block away from the Shanghai, or not the Shanghai, the Hong Kong restaurant. So you could get actual Chinese food if you really wanted to. It was like a block away, but nope.
Yeah, but that was like $6 for a sit down meal instead
No, thank you. No,
of
thank you.
$4.25 for 8 pounds of Chinese food and a soda.
Love those meals. Like the little packaged meals that you could get. Like, love those. Good times.
I mean, we brought up when we were talking the mayonnaise either last week or the week before. You know how you buy a sandwich, it comes with a little mayonnaise packet in there.
Packet, yep.
Safeway Chinese food, you can get the little small packet of Chinese mustard.
Mm-hmm.
Needed too. You needed some heat in that. It was very not spicy.
I assume we all have like chopsticks in our drawers right now from that situation, right? Like you grab 2 or 3, like, hey man, like you never know when you're going to need chopsticks, but you don't actually use the chopsticks.
I have a kind of a funny chopstick story from like a month ago. Mm-hmm. So it's a weekend. I may have indulged in some mind-altering substances, and we order some Thai food, and I'm trying to eat it with chopsticks, because I'm a man of culture. And I'm eating, and it's fine. It's working perfectly fine. But I'm noticing, man, it's just really rough on my tongue. They're wood. And I'm like, oh, God, it's really rough on my fucking tongue. But I persevere, I keep fighting. I see that glass wall and I break through.
Nevertheless, she persisted.
Absolutely. And so I'm like 90% done, and I kind of look down, and I've had them before. It's not a new thing, but I'm used to the other way where they're like rectangular at the front, at the top, and get skinnier at the bottom.
Yeah. These
ones were circular and the same like width the whole way down, except the top had these little like 3 rings on each one, which I was using as the bottom. So it was like dragging on my tongue every single time.
Yeah, the 3 seashells. Right. Yeah. This guy doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
This guy doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. Come on.
I just assumed.
I know the chopsticks you're talking. They're a higher quality chopstick. They're a little thicker. They're not as cheap. But yes, it's the same dimension around the entire thing. Yeah, there's no here's the bottom end, here's the top end, here's the mouth end. But
yeah, and it hurt my tongue.
You learned the hard way. Yep.
I did.
Sorry, man.
Are you someone every time if you pop chopsticks, especially the cheaper ones, do you rub them together like 2 sticks to try to get all the burrs off?
Oh yeah, always.
Let's get the burrs. Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't do that. I understand why people do. I can't bring myself to do it. I just can't. I can't.
I give a couple like I'm sharpening a knife like against each other. Just a quick.
There you go. Yeah.
Call it good.
Just in case there's like splinters on there or something.
Just in case there's a long splinter on it. You just got to clear that up.
I act like I'm Code Cheese starting to start a fire. Yeah. I just rubbing them together. Yeah.
Perfect. And sometimes you do start a fire, and that's okay. Kurt says barbecue pork with the sauce and sesame seeds at Hong Kong restaurant in the 90s was a meal all in itself. Just get the bucket and down the whole thing. Barbecue pork.
Was they nice? Yeah. Was they nice? They usually gave you like a small little cup of egg drop soup.
Yeah, you get some soup with it too. That's right.
Yeah, you get a little soup.
See, that's why you go into a restaurant. Period. It's for the free soup. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Egg flour soup. Never seen an egg.
Do you call
flour
it egg
before,
flour or egg drop?
I call it egg drop.
I call it egg flour.
I'm sure they're separate.
I call it egg.
I'm sure they're actually 2 separate soups.
I call it egg flour. Yeah, I don't know. That's just a colloquial thing.
There's no such thing as either, as an egg flour or an egg drop. But I like the taste of them.
Gosh, just
great. Right, that commercial is finally not on TV, and you bring it right back into my fucking head. Thanks, King. Appreciate it. God damn it. That song was in my head for like 2 months.
Oh, it's never leaving. It's never leaving.
Never. God damn it.
There is a new commercial out that I think we all as a collective need to go murder the person that came up with the idea. It's a new like Nestle Crunch commercial. the sound that they make, it's a guy at like an airport. He just cracks into a Nestle Crunch bar like 3 times, and it's the loudest, most piercing sound, and it drives me crazy every time I see it now.
There used to be a Snickers commercial where it was the sound of the guy eating. Like, nobody wants to hear people eat. Like, that's like a triggering thing for like a large portion of our population, is hearing people. My kid like goes fucking crazy if like hears lip smacking and stuff. It's like an OCD thing or whatever. Like, don't put that in a commercial. It makes me change the channel, let alone buy a Snickers.
My youngest has a friend, and when he comes over, who was over today actually, all I hear is, "Stop smacking your lips," as he's eating like some sort of goldfish or Doritos or string cheese or whatever the fuck, fifth graders eat.
It's your kid saying, "Stop smacking your lips"?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Stop smacking.
Shut the fuck up.
I think some people just have like hollowed out mouths a little more than others, so it echoes a little more every time you crunch.
Or they just chew their fucking mouths open.
Right. But isn't that what ASMR is? Isn't that just people like,
some people like it,
eating food too like that? Yeah. So you're saying that some people it drives them insane, but some people fucking jack off to it. So
not for me.
Not for me either. Nope. It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
People.
He's scratching.
Is that the okay? All right. I couldn't tell what you were doing. I was like, "Are you making the whack it sound?" Like,
sorry, it was a transition.
I like that. I like a good transition. Did you see me in the commercial today? March Madness started. Did you see me? I was in a commercial.
You were.
Trivago. Did you see me in the Trivago commercial?
Oh, I saw a Trivago mentioned in the Discord.
Yeah, that's because I was in a commercial. You didn't see me?
So that's how you're forwarding your gallivanting off to Europe. And Mexico,
seriously. Yeah.
All right, makes sense now.
You figured it out. Yep. For people who don't know what we're talking about, I wore a hat once and looked like Jurgen Klopp. So Jurgen Klopp's in a commercial. All right, should we talk about March Madness? It started today. Oregon doesn't play until tomorrow, both the men and the women. Women play at like 2:30. The men play at 7 because, of course.
Literally the last game of the first round.
God damn. But yeah, I mean, it was fun, right? It's basketball. It's
always the same.
And this isn't an original thought. It's a couple years in now, but coverage of March Madness is better now in 2025 than it was in 2010, 2000, 2005, okay? Or 4, whatever. Sure. It's better now. It is better now. You can watch every game if you want to.
Yep. On TV, it's all on Hulu for me. They're showing it on Max as well. Like, there's a billion ways to watch it.
I miss, and God rest his soul, he's no longer here, but Greg Gumbel, I think it's Greg, maybe it's Clark. Shit, I should have written that one down.
Gumbel the Gumbel.
The Gumbel.
Gumbel, yeah.
I do miss when they would go and back to New York, and here's Greg Gumbel, and we are now leaving the Tulsa region and sending you out to the Oakland region while Kentucky is down. I miss.
It was Red Zone.
It was the Red Zone before the Red Zone, and they have Red Zone specific channels now on pretty much any platform you can watch it on, but it's not the same. Yeah. I appreciated kind of coming in blind now that I can look back on it. Again, it's better now. I kind of get it. But it was better then.
Well, was it better? I mean, do you really need to watch the 30, 40-point blowouts? I mean, they were good. They got you to the game that was close and that, was actually entertaining.
Better.
But you also miss out on all the, Impractical Joker commercials on True TV. I mean, it's kind of...
That is true. That's a compelling point. Yeah. That is a compelling point. But, even today, because I was at work, I downloaded the March Madness Live app, which I've downloaded for, a couple years now. And oh my God, it is so, once you download that thing and log in, This game's close. You want to switch to Arkansas, Kansas? Do ya? Now we need your HBO Max password. Oh my God, I'm already signed in. Oh, you want to go out to the UCLA game? Paramount Plus login. Bring it on. Give me your Paramount Plus. I've given you 4 passwords. What do you need from me? Like, you don't need a first sport. I just want to watch this streaming on my computer. Why do you need every password? Why are there so many streaming services? What is going on?
That's what you get. Cut the cord, man. You cut it.
You should give him the
stuff.
kid that complains about the lip smacking. That's what you should do.
You want to watch a Drake game? Give me your Discovery HD password. Fuck you. That hasn't been around for a year, so now I can't watch it. Nope, sorry.
Give me your CISO password. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Aren't you wishing you paid $300 for Comcast now? Well, a little, but no. It's obnoxious. It's obnoxious.
It's a lose-lose scenario for people now.
It's just frustrating.
Yeah, because you save your $30 more a month now, but you got to go through the headache of that.
I got Hulu and everything's on it. Like I click a button and it just switches. So you could do that.
I don't have Hulu.
Or YouTube. Yeah. I think YouTube is the same, right? I don't know.
YouTube.
YouTube TV.
YouTube's not. I don't even think YouTube TV is included in this package. Please.
No.
Please. That's the funny thing is you can be paying $90 for something and they're like, nope.
We don't have that.
Nah.
By the way, Booble says he tried to watch it on his Xfinity app at work this morning and couldn't because he wasn't on his home Wi-Fi, which I am now remembering as an Xfinity.
That's hilarious.
That is crazy. How much money do you fucking pay a month for Xfinity and you can't access it whenever you want? Like, that's crazy.
Actually, that is the thing that like a year and a half ago kind of got me to just fucking dump Xfinity.
I get it.
Because I was like, why am I paying you so much fucking money when I can't watch it? That's what this is for.
Literally.
It's a mobile computer. Let me fucking watch it.
Yes.
Let me use it. This thing cost me like $2,100. Let me use it, Xfinity.
This is on fucking payment plans, man.
Like this isn't an antenna. Like, it's not free. There's nothing free in this equation. Let me watch Valpo play, please.
Just wants to watch Valpo, man. Come on.
Write your congressman.
Nah. Those, please. Speaking of something politics adjacent.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Did you guys see Ted Cruz talk about Elon Musk yesterday?
I did not.
God damn. It's insane. Ted Cruz gets on. I think he's got to be on like Fox or Newsmax or something. And he's like, I don't have a Ted Cruz voice, so whatever. He's just like, yeah. So I interviewed Elon. I told Elon, by the way, first episode drops tonight and the second episode drops on Friday. It's called Taking a Cruise with Ted Cruz. Get it? Because I'm Ted Cruz. That's my podcast. Taking a Cruise with the News with Ted Cruz. And I asked Elon, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 years ago, you were the most powerful person in a liberal city like Portland, Oregon. And the liberals loved you, Elon Musk. Less than a year ago, you were the liberal king. And now you've traded all that in, all that prosperity and goodwill, because you joined up with the greatest president in the world, the most popular president, Donald J. Trump. Elon, do you regret this move? And Elon looked at me. I'm not joking. You can look it up. He's like, and Elon looked at me, and in a way only Elon could, he looked at me, he answered, and then he paused, and he said, Sir, Senator, sir, I regret nothing. because I'm saving humanity.
Wow.
What the?
Whoa.
Which my mind just explodes. He's like, because Elon, you're now the number one domestic terrorist target in the world. How do you feel? It's fine. I'm saving humanity. And I was like, oh my God. I have not seen a more, and I'm not doing the voices right or anything. I was like, that was a cornier dismount than anything I saw in Armageddon. And that was about a bunch of drillers going up to stop an asteroid. Like, with plenty of corny dramatic scenes. But he was like, no, I'm saving humanity. I expected like fireballs and doves and
no, he takes his glasses off and turns towards the camera with an explosion behind him.
Yeah. So don't forget to listen to Ted Cruz does a cruise on the news.
Cruise on the news.
I think it drops tomorrow, the second episode.
Sorry.
I just saw it and I was like, is this AI? This is so bad.
I was curious.
Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz.
He's a weird. No, he's a weird guy.
So dramatic.
He's a weird guy.
So dramatic.
And I think the problem I have with him, like among many other things, is like just the amount of a sellout he is. Like I understand like politicians are sellouts, whatever.
They all are, yeah.
But like to have the things that were said to him and about his wife and about his family by Trump, and then to immediately turn around and kiss his ass was pretty incredible. Like, you know, there are things you do for like generational wealth. I fully understand that, but like that might be where I draw the line. Like I can be cordial with this person to keep my job, but I'm not gonna like kiss his ass. Like, you know, I don't know.
Well,
maybe that's
why you don't have the job as Secretary of State. Is that what it is?
Well, that's right. Why no one on why we have no guests on our podcast that are saving humanity.
Yeah, Booble. Didn't he call him the Zodiac Killer? He said his dad was like the Zodiac Killer. Like
his dad killed JFK or something. Yeah,
it's like Jesus Christ, man.
Wife is ugly.
He's called his wife ugly. He called his wife ugly. I can't fucking believe that shit. Wow.
He's pure at heart. Don't ever say he's a politician. He's pure at heart.
Woo!
Sorry for that digression.
I thought you were going to bring up the car recalls too. I thought that's what you were going to talk about.
Yeah, but the fucking Teslas, they fall apart.
All of the trucks. Yeah.
I thought you were going to bring up saving humanity as Musk saying that there's going to be 1 million people on Mars in the next 25 years. Was that what it was about?
No, again.
Yeah.
Oh, within 10 to 20 years, we'll have people off Mars. We're going to take people to Mars that want to be there for the better good. And we're not colonizing Mars. This is not political. I feel like I need to qualify.
This is science.
Space travel to that degree is stupid. Yes. I've said this, and it's true. It's why we laughed at the people that died at the Titanic 2 summers ago, because the bottom of the ocean, we know you can't live there. We can't live on Mars. And I just wish someone, when they're interviewing, be like, "Yeah, there's no atmosphere."
Yeah, you can't terraform Mars. Like you can't.
Like you can't.
You can't.
Like there's nothing. Like
you can't.
What makes you think it's inhabitable? And they don't say, "Oh, well, ingenuity and the American spirit." No.
But what makes you think people could actually live there? Like, there's no oxygen.
That built us a Studebaker once upon a time. But you're wanting us to live on Mars, bro. Oh, well, if you believe it, you can achieve it.
Okay. Where's the food and the oxygen and the water going to come from? Where are you going to get those things?
Very interesting question. Ooh, yeah. No, these are questions I want him to answer.
I feel like you should ask these questions. I don't know.
Yeah. Because it wasn't that long ago, like probably like 4 or 5 months ago, his latest thing of saying, "Oh, we'll be there in 10 years" passed. Like, he's done this multiple times. Yeah. It's not happening, bro. Yeah. It's not happening. I mean, I've seen The Martian. It's not happening.
I was going to say, we've seen movies. We've seen total. Guess that's make believe, and that's not even
the Great Gazoo came down to Earth.
Mission to Mars. These are things that happened. Yeah. Guess what? nobody's surviving on those. Like in Total Recall, it's just a big like industrial complex. They're not growing food. They have to like pump in oxygen just to these buildings. And you think you're going to terraform Mars in 25 years?
Look, bro, we've all seen Spaceballs.
I've seen Mars Attacks.
Yeah, no, we've seen Spaceballs where they get the vacuum and they suck out the oxygen, and then they do the shoot out the oxygen with this. You flip the switch. You know, it's fucking easy. What are you talking about? Yeah. Booble reminding us
that Martians could exist up there. They wouldn't have come down here to attack Jack Nicholson. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
And Jim Brown.
And Jim Brown. Yeah, maybe Jim Brown. They might have higher quality of not hitting women than he did. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, higher standard up there.
Pam Grier also in that film, right? I think coming down for Pam Grier, I get it. You know, I get it.
Yeah.
Mars. I get it, Mars. I get it. Booble reminding us that Matt Damon grew potatoes on Mars.
And what happens with once the thing got punctured a little, they all just disintegrated into nothingness.
You want to know what kind of idiot we sent up to Mars? Matt Damon. You want to know what Matt Damon did? He turned down a 10% share of Avatar. He would have made $279 billion at this point if he had just taken that role. But he said, no, I got to do the Bourne ultimatum. Ooh, dumb people. We sent our dumbest up to Mars. Elon, go up to Mars.
Yeah, lead the way. Lead the way, bud. Lead the way. See you there. Sounds good.
Sports.
All right. Sports, basketball. Any McNeese won? No. Who cares?
There's always a couple little upsets. But are you guys? I mean, a lot of people when the selection came out were keying in on Liberty for the upset.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people picking Liberty. Actually, yes.
Did people look at rosters and see that their tallest guy is like 6'7"?
No, it's crazy.
They have a 7-footer, but he doesn't play.
People don't look at
Biddle.
No,
dude, Biddle is going to score like 40 points. Like, genuinely.
No.
You know me.
Again,
I'm not Mr. Optimistic. Biddle's going to score like 40 points against them. Like, and have 15 rebounds. Like, come on. What are we doing?
Again, they could touch a heater and make 60% of their threes.
They better.
That's what it's going to take, I think. That's what it's going to take, I think. Yep. And then going in, I assume they're going to win. I think no, because they might play, but I think the Ducks actually have a shot to beat Arizona. Arizona, they could lay the dud with the best of them.
I think they'll beat Arizona. Arizona and Oregon are kind of parallel, where we have Jackson Shellstad and they have Caleb Love. Either player can go for 30, and Love can go for 3. Same with Shellstad. Like, it's just, and when the only difference is when Love goes for 3, he's still shooting 15 times. Or when Shellstad goes for 3, he just kind of disappears. I don't know which one is worse, but, I
mean, the phrase is shoot or shoot, so.
That is true. It's true.
So Oregon beats Liberty. Oregon then beats Arizona. Oregon then plays Duke, probably.
Oregon then gets crushed by Duke.
Loses to Duke, yes.
Even if Flag is hurt, not 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad we have that decided. The women play at 2:30 tomorrow. Are we excited for that? I am.
Yeah, it's Oregon team in the tournament.
And the fact that
again, they won't beat Duke if they win, but
the season they had, though, like the fact that they're in the tournament at all is a really big accomplishment. Like, it feels weird talking about the women's team in this way because they were so dominant and so good. But where we had them and to where they are now, awesome that they're in the tournament.
And also look at it from outside those Sabrina years.
Yes.
I mean, we would have taken a trip to the tourney also. Before Sabrina, post Sabrina. I mean, this program, I think we all got a little jaded on how good Sabrina was, assuming that her skill meant that the program was good also.
Yeah.
I think our expectations were just too high then. And this is making the tournament, possibly winning one game would be even more fantastic.
And Satu, by the way, she's like a fucking unicorn.
Ruthie had a dominant 3 WNBA players.
Yeah.
4. Did they have that other little like Spanish guard also? That didn't she make
Spanish?
Maite
Cazorla?
Yeah. I think she was in the WNBA too.
She plays professionally in Spain, I believe.
She's in that back in. Oh, you would know.
I would
this
know.
guy.
I would know. I would.
Is that why you went there to watch my time? Jesus. Tell us more about eating your fresh fish scampi, because that's where it originated, or whatever you were telling today. Oh, by the way,
I'll tell you what I was talking about if you're really interested. It's the birthplace of the Caesar salad, which is in Mexico, and it was fucking amazing. So
Hecho in Mexico.
How
did they crush the sardines in front of you? How'd they do that?
With two big wood spoon things. So literally, like, they put them in and like to turn them into a fucking paste with the big wood spoons. It was crazy.
I could have not. Yeah.
Added a bunch of Parmesan to it too. It was in oil, obviously.
Parmesan.
I bet you
very, very Mexican ingredient.
maybe it was cotija.
There you go.
Probably was that. Yeah.
Notoriously Mexican.
Parmesan and croutons. Those are on a fucking Caesar salad, bro. By the way, Caesar, famously Mexican as well.
Yeah.
Old Augustus.
Old
I think it was called a Chavez salad, but it got lost in translation when it came to the States.
So when you on a Wednesday night, and you know, however you do it, air fryer, deep fryer, oven, you pull out those Ore-Ida tater tots. Do you ever go, yeah, this is where they originated. This is authentic. You can't get more authentic than eating a tater tot in Oregon.
This is the taste of Oregon, boys.
Yeah.
Just asking, because I do. I tell the story every time. Pull that tray on, go, look, boys, in 1956, Mr. Ore-Ida, you know, salute to Mr.
Proud
Ore-Ida.
to be an Oregonian.
I eat my tater tot and I look up to Spencer's Butte and just salute the old racists that found Oregon.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what you have to do, right?
Yep.
Go take a fucking swig out of the fucking Willamette River and
A swig.
Yeah. Before he got racist, he had some good ideas. Just hear him out.
Hear me out, guys. Hear me out.
You know, sundown laws, right? They could be there in the day, but when the sun goes away, right? We agree on that. Yeah.
The funny thing about sundown laws here is for like 7 months, they don't really exist because we don't have the sun.
There's no sun.
Joke's on you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so this came up because like a BYU player said his grandpa invented the tater tot. Is that what happened?
Something like that.
His grandfather was the creator, but yeah, it's out of some shitty little small Oregon town in like eastern or northeastern Oregon.
I mean, that's a hell of a claim. I respect it. Like, is this one of those deals where like his family has sort of passed down this bullshit story from generation to generation, and then he says it in an interview once, and then everybody's like, no, he didn't.
I think is from the Ore-Ida family.
Okay.
So I think it is legit. I kind of looked into it a little bit more. I do think it's legit. Now,
fantastic.
Now, I'm not going to say that we necessarily invented the tater tot. Maybe there's someone in Rochester, New York, who can claim it, but they haven't.
They haven't.
So it's us. Yeah. So. Yeah. At first, I was like Ski said in the Discord. I was like, it's like fuckers in Seattle trying to take over Taco Time. Yeah. Like, this is bullshit. I will not abide by this. And yeah, he is like a great grandson of Mr. Ore-Ida.
I love it. You guys are born in Oregon, right? Like, were you born in Eugene?
No.
No. What state were you born in?
Born in Missouri, moved to Eugene at 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in California. So Ski's the only Oregonian here. Like,
do you not see how upset he is about his Tigers getting bounced? I mean, he's
Kansas lost too.
Yeah, I'm the only true Oregonian here. I mean, what are you
gonna do about that? What are you gonna do about that?
Two fucking transplants here.
Yeah. I couldn't control my bowel movements.
Yeah, how's your second home over in Bend? You transplant. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm from California too. I'm the worst out of all of us. Like
You are.
yeah,
You're from somewhere cool. You're like San Jose.
like the Bay Area, California. That's like the worst. I'm pretty sure.
They left Missouri for better things.
Yeah, no,
Which
they
is
hopped on the
everywhere
Oregon
else.
Trail. I was already out here, and like it's too crowded. You know, like I can't drive my Lincoln through town safely anymore. Like my butler really feels uncomfortable. I think it's time to get out of here, you guys.
I know San Jose is in the Bay Area.
Mhm.
Is it really Bay Area though?
Yeah, it's South Bay.
You're not. How south do you have to go? If
It's
you're not
very
touching
south.
the Bay.
It's very south.
Very
at a
south.
certain-
Yeah.
At a certain point, I feel like you're.
No, I hear you.
Like it's like a 45-minute drive in. That's how
So
far south
so
it is.
it touches Santa Clara. So like where the 49ers are touches San Jose. So it's got to be the Bay Area. It has to be.
Well, because that's only 50 minutes from San Francisco.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yes.
mean,
It is like an hour.
Often,
It is like
getting out to the desert and still claiming the Bay.
Stockton.
What? Yeah, Stockton.
You can't. If you're in Stockton, you can't say you're from the Bay Area, right? Like, because I know San Jose is the Bay Area. It is. It's like, what are the limits? Like, yeah, I'm from like Richmond.
Can a BART go there? I think is the question. Like if the
so-
train can go there, then you're Bay Area.
So I think that the cutoff is like Walnut Creek
Yeah.
to the east, because I think that's about as far as BART goes.
Isn't that where Sabrina was from?
Concord.
Walnut Creek?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So at the very edge to where they have their nice big houses away from minorities, but still close enough where you claim the Bay, right?
On a clear day, you can see the Bay.
Yeah. Glad we're fleshing this out, figuring it out.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up the BART map right now. So farthest
Like,
east you can go is
Monterey.
Antioch.
Monterey's not the Bay Area,
No.
right?
No.
No. Okay.
So Antioch and Pittsburgh to the
Pittsburgh.
to the east. Let's see. You got
Pretty far fucking east.
South Fremont to the South Bay, and then the peninsula goes out to Millbrae, which is right next to the airport, and then north is Richmond. That's the end. So Richmond, basically the airport, Fremont and Antioch. Yeah. Beyond that is San Jose. So San Jose Santa Clara. You can't take a BART to Santa Clara. Like, I think there's another train system that goes down there that you can hop on. But yeah,
I think. God, what a stupid tangent.
yeah,
Geography talk, man.
yeah.
But I love how the San Francisco International Airport is very clearly not in San Francisco, which, okay, not that irregular, but that's why a couple years ago, the Oakland airport tried to rename itself something like the San Francisco airport of Oakland. And they were like, you're not in San Francisco. And their whole thing was,
Neither are you.
neither are you.
Yeah.
Nor are you. What are you talking about?
That's a very Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
It 100% was. But I just think it's funny because that was their retort. Yeah, no kidding. We're in Oakland. But you want to know what? You're not in San Francisco either.
You're basically the same distance on a BART train from. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's like my dad lives in Concord, and it's like an hour from the airport. That's far on a train. Like a train that cuts through everything. That's a long time. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
I like the airport, though.
It's a great airport. As far as airports go,
I do. Yeah.
It's
I
great.
really like it. Yeah.
Yep. Do we want to just do our list? Like, do we have any other sports to talk about?
I got one more thing to bring up.
We could talk about the Bengals. Like, we could talk about like
I don't give a shit about the Bengals of all teams.
the Celtics being sold for $6.1 billion. It's
A lot of money.
a lot of money. The point one, by the way, is $100 million. Like we scoff at the 0.1. That's $100 million. Like that's a lot of money. We're like, yeah, $6 billion, 0.1, whatever. That's $100 million.
No, I was going to bring up your guys' thoughts on. We just had, the Tokyo series, right? The 2 games in Tokyo.
Sure.
That count. And I get, a great market to want to promote the game. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of money. They love baseball. But the first 2 counting regular seasons of games start at 3 a.m. with pitchers that are only throwing like 65 pitches. Okay. You'd have to find a way in the middle of the season somehow, but no one wants to make that flight there.
Well, the dumbest thing is now the Dodgers and Cubs come back and they have like 2 weeks of spring training left.
Yeah.
That's
the weird thing. Yeah, I don't care.
We know. Well, yeah, it's like I think it's really stupid, and they've done it for a long time. Like the Mariners and Ichiro went over there, many years ago. But to me, it's 2 games of baseball. Who the fuck cares? I have more of a problem with some of the football ones, like sending teams to Brazil, and it's just, I don't know. It's not for me. I don't like. 2 years ago, the Chiefs played in like Frankfurt or something against the Dolphins. I woke up and watched it and was like, why am I awake to watch this? And I just told myself, well, because there's only 17 of these. So, okay. But then I also told myself when the game ended at like 9 a.m. and I was gassed, it's like, I'm never doing this again. So I don't care if they go over to London or anything. I'm out on this. I will record it and I'll watch it when I wake up at my leisure.
I think both things can be true, right? Like I think it's dumb. Like I think it's a like just on paper, the fact that you're playing 2 weeks before the actual season starts, you have to like get guys into regular season mode and then go back to spring training mode and then go back to regular season mode is dumb. I think that's dumb, but also who cares? Like the season is so long. Like,
so long.
So it doesn't matter. Like it's
2 losses on their record, 2 home game loss. I think it's 2, or at least 1 home game loss that they, like I said, their starting pitcher
was
throwing good. He threw 65 pitches and they pulled him because
why?
Pitching for 2 or 3 weeks because they're in the middle of spring training. They're not in regular season form.
Okay, well they knew when their season was going to start, and so prepare for it.
You're just complaining about the length of the season.
Did that schedule just come out?
Yeah.
Is this a surprise to you? Where was this grind in January?
Grinding.
No, it's a gimmick. It's stupid.
Yes.
I get it, money, but it's dumb.
Yeah, money and branding and putting the most famous baseball player in the world in front of the people who like really badly want to see him.
Yeah. And let alone like 3 of their national players are on one team.
Yes.
That's Again,
I
could see
and
it makes sense.
You can't do it in the middle of the season either because like that's the travel is
not making that.
Yeah.
Because it's not like football where you have those days off in between to where you could go, get acclimated for a day or 2,
and then have a bye week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Here's your bye week. You get lucky. You got a day off the next day. There's your bye.
I don't know. It's fucking baseball. I have a hard time caring. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Again,
A's fan. A's fan. I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Speaking of baseball, we got to mention the M's.
Yep.
We did a really bad job. Why have we been talking for 45 minutes?
I feel like we hit the M's a bunch over the last.
No, we have. My only point was because when it failed in May or whatever it was, we all kind of saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah, that was it.
But reading, it doesn't matter what forum you're on, because I've kind of joked about Eugene Reddit, but whether it's Reddit, Twitter, Facebook even Instagram, I've hopped on all of them. the people that are so sure they have the right answer on how to fix this, and then someone will be like, no, they can't play at Sheldon High School because X, Y, and Z. And they're like, well, that's just your opinion. No, these are the parameters set by Major League Baseball now for these stadiums. This is not my opinion. This is what they have to have. Well, I think the stadium is fine.
Good.
That's awesome.
Not
I'm glad you like the Drifters Stadium. You're wrong. No, I'm not. Like, what gives people so much confidence to just swoop in and be like, this is the truth? And then when someone's like, no, like, I'm trying to help you here, it's this. And they're like, I reject this.
Have you been on social media in the last?
I know.
8 years.
I get it, but there's just
this is so localized. Like, to King's point, this is so localized that it really is like wow, you don't really expect that big broad spectrum of stupid to be like right in front of your face.
Stupid is worldwide.
Your neighbors.
To not think that there are idiots in our
like,
community is
a new one I saw pop up yesterday or 2 days ago on all forums was, oh, how curious. They're saying they're leaving again, but yet they're going to play at PK next year. Maybe this was a scam all along and they're just never moving. And people be like, no, Mrs. Cat 4725. It takes time for people to build a stadium for them to move. This is the whole thing, the stadium.
That's the point.
Like,
yeah.
It just seems too coincidental. No. They are moving.
You had a chance. You had a chance to vote.
Build them a new stadium. It is going to take more than a year. No, I disagree. You can't. Why are you disagreeing with this? Just don't reply. Walk away. I bet you we've all been in these internet things where you say something where you think you're right and you're wrong. And it's like, it's not a big deal. You're just like, oh, you want to know what? I didn't know the yellow 5 shrunk your nards. That's on me. But they're right. I'm just going to not reply. I'll walk away. I concede. You don't got to double down. Stop doubling down.
That's the thing of people like complaining about like a live sporting event and something happens that's pretty uncommon. And they're like, there's no way that should be allowed. And then someone points to the rule book and says, it says here, this is why it happened in the rule book. And people will still argue it. But yes, it's Major League Baseball is the reason why. And also, why didn't the Ducks just build a proper stadium to start with? Why did they not just build a visitors changing room and places for the umps? Because it was a big crux of it.
I've seen people say that it was supposed to be built in like 2011, like that was in the plans, but football got too good, so that kind of took up some funding, and it just never happened. I think it's totally weird that they didn't build adjoining locker room. Like, I think it's very bizarre. Like, built this thing in 2009. Like, what are we doing?
I got caught in a rabbit hole of looking at some comments about when this all was going down too, and someone in the comments said, "Oh, he said I worked for the M's back in like the 80s. I know that area in College Hill. It's a dump. They burnt it down on purpose to collect the insurance money.
And
I was like,
I saw that guy.
I was like, oh, those fucking pesky 12-year-old arsonists that you use to burn down properties.
That very clearly and publicly got in trouble and are lucky they were in middle school and not like 3 or 4 years older. Like, they're very lucky. Yes, the College Hill just...
Yeah, they were talking shit about the College Hill area. It's like, wait a minute.
I was like,
riffraff.
Yeah.
You have clearly never been to Eugene if you're like saying those things about the College Hill area. Give me a break. That's like the best part of town.
Here's an interesting question. I mean, it's obviously can never happen now because, Civic burnt down, but we know, I mean, when we were in high school playing there, it was a fucking shithole dump that it could have burnt down from fucking someone's glasses peering at it at a weird angle. they would have needed to, rehab that stadium up. Do you think they would have funded to get that back up to code? Do you think
Kid Sports had it at that point, right? Or was that after?
It was like City of Eugene. It was City of Eugene's. Yeah, and 4J was 4J. 4J. That's who it was. It was 4J who owned it. So it was 4J had no interest in. No. So because remember there was the whole Save Civic Stadium thing. Their last couple years playing.
Yeah, leading up to it.
Yeah, it's
this is all Civic, this perfect storm of Civic being decrepit, Civic burning down. Oregon baseball comes back. They have a stadium. Oh, that works. But guess what? Oregon baseball and then the M's jumping from short season. That's the big one. The M's going from short season ball to full ball, and that overlap of dealing with the Duck baseball team. It was doomed. It was doomed.
Yeah. And I totally. Yeah, I get it from Oregon's standpoint. Like we don't want to overlap for 7-8 weeks. Like it's our field. We want to practice. We want to use the gym. We want to use the cages. We want to schedule our games. We schedule our games. You can play Tri-Cities somewhere else. Like I got it. I understand it. It stinks.
Because the M's would have had the money to be like, hey, guess what? We will pay for building out what we need to reach, the specs for MLB baseball. They had the money to do that. I guarantee the university was like, you know what?
Not interested. Yeah.
100%. 100%. And like on a bigger front, the whole Portland Diamond project wanting
800 million.
Yeah. Not happening. But like the first comment I see, and then I see another one under, is of the worries of people that are, again, none of us think they're going to get $800 million from a jock tax. Even if that means we're not paying for it, or, people in Portland aren't paying for it, it's just not going to happen. Okay. They're like, this is such a dumb idea. If Portland gets a major league teams, are we even sure teams from out of the state will play them? What are you talking about? And then people correct them, and one person's like, I've done my research, derp. No, you haven't. Because if Portland gets a major league team, again, we don't think that's happening. If they get a major league team, newsflash, major league players will play there because they want to get paid for playing. Yeah. What? And 31 other teams just be like, you want to know what?
Too cold. I don't want
the weather. We caught every trip. But okay, so they're going to go 81-0 at home every year.
Wins right there, my friends.
But, okay, but it goes back to what I was saying earlier, where people were not like doing the internet shithead, like, you fucking dumbass. Of course, like, they're like, no, they get a team. It's like contractually obligated. And they're like, nope, don't think so.
Yeah, again, back to my original point. People are really, really fucking stupid.
Yes.
And really confident in their stupidity.
That's the confidence thing is the one that just gets me. Is so confident.
They dig their heels into their stupidity.
The third time someone tells you they can't play at Sheldon High School, and you're like, no, I disagree. I went there with my nephew once. It was nice.
Guess what? I played baseball at Sheldon High School. It's not that nice. They have a barn to hit in. That's what
they do have a barn to hit in.
Great.
They gotta play. They gotta play at North, you guys. That's where the Challengers play. If it's good enough for the Challengers,
Swede's a fucking dump, also, man.
Swede is.
Guys. It's got a name. What are we talking about? It's perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So before we move on to our list, I'm going to read this from Kurt. My first job was at Civic. My first date was at Civic. My dad was an usher there for 20 plus years. On off days, we'd host players at our house for a barbecue. Yeah, these are Twib notes from Kurt. On off days, we'd host players at our house for a barbecue and go sailing on Fern Ridge. I still have M's bats, signed balls, a bag of balls collected from behind the fence, and a massive collection of mini helmets because ice cream eaten out of a mini Milwaukee Brewers batting helmet from 1991 just tastes better. Correct. The Emeralds died when Civic burned down.
There's an argument. There's a very real argument for that, because I've mentioned this before. I don't like, even for Autzen, like Duck games, I don't like where Autzen is. It's just, and granted, the fact that they're building it in, don't get me started on that
The
stupid
indoor facility?
facility.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. We got to
Wow.
reroute roads for an unnecessary, but whatever.
Whatever.
It's not like the best place to go. It's not like it's a shitty part of town or anything. It's just a random plot of land that you drive by. There is a, because I mean, they don't even really sell. I mean, whatever. We don't need to go down that road.
Wait, say it again? What?
They don't really sell. They don't get like huge crowds now, except for
Okay.
4th of July, opening day. You know what I mean? Prefontaine bobblehead night. Like
You're talking about the M's, yeah. Okay, all right.
Yes, yeah. It died a little bit. It did.
Yep.
Well, it's because again, that Civic was a dump, but it was awesome. It was an experience.
It was great.
And it was just,
It was great.
like in
Yeah.
any place that has a stadium in a neighborhood can say this. So I'm not saying that area of South Eugene is like intrinsically more special than another place. But any stadium that is in an area, like Wrigley Field would not be as cool. Fenway Park would not be as cool if they were like 3 miles in that direction. You know what I mean? Just
Even Portland PG Park is in the middle of fucking downtown, like
Right,
sunken down. It was awesome.
and it
was
has
awesome.
its problems. It's a bad place to travel to. There's no tailgating spots for.
Yeah.
I know Portland State doesn't play there anymore, but it's a cool place to be. You can go to a bar, you can walk over, blah 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 blah. Yeah, PK. Don't even get me started on it for Cuthbert Amphitheater. Like people, atmosphere stinks. There's nothing. What are you gonna do? Go to Kowloon's and look through the window to eat? Like,
I don't think Kowloon's is still there anymore either.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
When the Portland Beavers played there, that place was a baseball vibe. It very similar to Civic, and
it was the same as the M's, except for there were legit, MLB
it
players.
It felt like minor league baseball.
It was.
It was, but
team.
it felt like it. And PK does not feel like it. PK does not feel like baseball. If that makes sense.
They need to throw some capes on their pitchers and have them run from left field to throw out a first pitch on stilts while doing a somersault, dancing to Bruno Mars. I hate you, Savannah Bananas.
The worst.
Moving on to our list.
The worst. Savannah Bananas are the worst. There's, by the way, if you want to have blasphemy about the Savannah Bananas thrown at you, join our Discord. Like, because apparently everybody in our Discord loves the Savannah Bananas that are the fucking worst thing to ever happen to baseball.
Hey, it's the 3rd inning. They're going to sing that Bruno Mars song again and wear capes.
They're going to do TikTok dances, you guys. Fuck out of here.
here.
Thank you.
Like I've said, people can enjoy what they enjoy.
But they're wrong.
If the Savannah Bananas came to PK, I'd go. If they played at the Volcano Stadium, I might look at tickets, but it would be a half-assed effort. If they played in Portland, absolutely not. That's just how Nope. All right, on to our list.
Yeah, onto our list. Trying to figure out where it came from. Who came up with the list? I think it was Booble. Yeah, it was. So MT Booble in our Discord. In honor of Swoosh McDuck in our Discord, top 3 old guy injuries. We changed this to just top 3 injuries we have had. So our top 3 injuries that we have sustained. They could be dumb injuries. They could be like serious, whatever. Whatever is a top 3 for you. Me personally, I'm doing like old man body falling apart type situations. But again, it could be whatever you want it to be. By the way, join our Discord if you want to give us list ideas. Sports Brewery and Discord if you would like to do that. Swoosh McDuck says in the chat, hate you all with crying emojis. Deal with it. Get good, bro. Like, quit being soft. I don't know what to tell you.
Get better joints.
Yeah,
and
bro.
Bones.
Bro. All right, who wants to start? I can start.
Go for it.
I'll start. My number 3 is I once broke a wisdom tooth eating cereal. I don't know if anybody out there has ever experienced tooth pain. or a broken tooth, that shit is the most painful experience I've ever had. Like fetal position on the ground, like so much pain. And I think
I just did that within the last like year and change.
What'd you do? Like, what were you eating?
Honey bunches of oats.
Honey bunches of fucking oats. You got to be kidding me, dog.
Yeah, I got a fucking rock oat in there.
God, the same cereal ski. Yeah. That's incredible. Honey bunches of oats, a tooth killer. I think we just stumbled on something, folks. Call your senators.
What the mainstream media doesn't want you to know.
The lamestream media. Listen, come here for your cereal truthers.
I don't remember what I was eating, but summer of 2023, I chipped the front of my tooth, and it was just the front part of it. It didn't go all the way back, so it didn't go to like the chewy middle, and it would hang down. And so I had like 3 days before the dentist could get me in. He's like, even if it falls down, it's not gonna do much.
They want it to fall out.
So when I would be talking to people at work, to vacuum, and every once in a while it would fall down, but it wasn't all the way off, so it would never completely come off. But I'd have this little thing right there that was just hanging. It was just dangling.
Oof.
Yeah, it didn't hurt, but it was really embarrassing.
It's really bad. That sucks.
3 days I got to work. Oh my God.
Yeah, those are sick days.
I bought like Polydent grip to try and put it on. That shit didn't work.
That's some old man shit right there.
That's some old man shit.
Yeah.
All right, what's your guys' threes?
I'm gonna do my number 3 as an old man injury. Probably once a month, I wake up and my shoulder and or neck hurt from just sleeping.
Yeah. Sleep, like I don't know what it is. Like as we get older, like sleep takes us out. Like if you lay on your hand wrong or something like that, like your arm is done for like a few days. Like blood circulation, guys. Like, yeah, I'm gonna touch on sleeping injuries more later. My list. Ugh.
My number 3 isn't an old person one, and I'm sure I've mentioned it on here before, but I was going into my attic and my ladder latch broke and I fell directly down flat-footed, and I fucking swear my anus pierced my innards and I could not move for like 5 minutes. I was standing like this, clenching my ass because I was positive I had lacerated my innards and everything was going to come pouring out.
Fall out of your asshole. Yeah.
And it didn't, but my anus was, ladies, I understand.
Ladies.
It was, so, and men,
That's why you use lube, man.
So sore. It was like I could feel the reverberations from my anus, like tickling my ribs. It was.
Did it shatter your teeth?
Yeah. No. Yes. Like because I landed with my legs like too straight, so I'm lucky I didn't like blow out my knees, but I didn't cushion myself at all. And,
see, if you were a little bit older, you just would have ragdolled. Yeah. Your legs would have been able to stay straight. You just would have crumbled. You probably wouldn't have fallen. Happens today. I'm fine. Yeah. It's like the drunk driver in an accident. Exactly.
A little limber.
Well, or your knees explode when you land. If it happens today,
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm double covered. So.
Look, knee replacement surgery is not as bad as it used to be.
It's like an outpatient treatment now.
It absolutely is, guys. That is insurance covered. All right, threes from the chat. Booble says, throwing my back out while sneezing.
That happens to pro athletes, though. One baseball player years goes down with a sneezing injury. So
sneezing injuries, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
WCP says, I also threw up my back from a thuggish sneeze. Oh, God.
Maybe these should be more like this.
Yeah, there we go.
I feel like that's more of the tenor.
Let's see. Kurt, number 3. I got a pinched nerve in my neck last summer, which is 3 months of absolute hell and agony all down my left side because he slept wrong. Yep. Brutal. Just brutal. All right, my number 2. This actually happened like a few days ago. I was on one of my runs, completely flat surface, and this has happened to me before. Completely flat surface, just fell on my face, like toe hit the earth, and I fell flat on my face. I have like luckily I was wearing like gloves because it was raining and cold, and so my hands didn't get torn up, but like I have a huge bruise on my hip, and it hurts to like sit down right now. Like it right now my hip hurts like sitting down. And I've done that before without gloves and scraped the shit out of my hands and my face. Like clumsy, I guess. I don't know, man. I used to be a pro at that fucking, like when you're walking down the hallway and somebody kicks your foot from behind and tries to get you to trip. I used to be I used to be a pro at that. I would never trip ever. But here I am in my 40s, and I'm just like falling down, going on flat surfaces. So it's all downhill.
All right. My number 2, going back a ways into the 90s here, old elementary school had a big ass wooden structured slide, right? And thought it was a pretty cool, smart idea just to launch myself off the top of it down into the wood chips, and fractured my wrist.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's metal, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I thought wood chips
metal.
are supposed to break your fall a little easier, and just apparently not.
I don't know. Maybe you just got weak wrists.
Well, now it is. Now it
flops around now.
Can you hear that? Does it come through the mic? Yeah, cracks every time.
Wait, do that again. Do that again. Nope, can't hear it.
I'm not sure you can hear it. Yeah, but,
allegedly. Yeah, no, that just means you're a badass ski. So,
well,
how old were you?
Grade school, like third grade.
Yeah, that's
something like that.
That's a cool injury. Did you have a cast and everything?
Oh yeah,
that's a cool injury.
It was a weapon.
Bro, did you even see him? He jumped off the top of the play structure. Yeah, dude, yeah, broke my wrist.
Yeah, they just let you play with that in sports too.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can just fucking club people.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep. All right, what's your 2, King?
My number 2 is 6th grade, broke my wrist playing football. Okay, no big deal. Go in, just get the little half cast. Going to school the next day. And Micah Randall, I've had you circled ever since then. You twisted my wrist because he thought I was joking. And you rebroke it. And I had to get a full cast because you rebroke my wrist, Micah Randall. Let this be a warning, Micah Randall. I'm not Elon Musk, and I'm not saving humanity. I'm coming for
You're going to need Elon Musk to save you,
Yeah.
Micah Randall.
Yeah, Micah Randall, watch your ass. King's coming for vengeance.
Yeah, it sucked. The full arm cast is way different than the wrist cast.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, mine was
Bag,
just
everything.
Like up to the forearm.
Yeah.
Oh, so
terrible.
you had like the arm lock like this where you couldn't move it.
Yes.
Oh my god. That sucks.
That'd be the worst.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. What were your itching strategies? Did you have like a stick? Like, do you remember?
After about losing 4 pen caps, I just stuck to pencils.
they cut off the cast and pen caps fall out.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And after about 4 weeks, I was totally disinterested with showering with the bag on, and so I kept it out of the way for the most part. But it got within about a week, it got so crusty and gross. But I was over it. I was like,
mold.
I just want to listen to some Sheryl Crow in the shower and masturbate, man. I got no time for this trash bag. Yeah, and it was on my right hand. That was a tough one.
Oh man. All right.
See, looking back, I should have used that as an opportunity to become a lefty hooper. But
exactly
live and learn.
Exactly that. Yep. Work on your fundamentals. 2's from the chat. Booble says grabbing a baking tray out of the oven barehanded. It's like grandma's boy.
Dude, I still burn myself like a lot cooking and stuff. Just like hit your wrist on like a hot pan or always burn.
Did that the other day. It literally touched the heating element with my finger.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think we're just like old enough and we've done it so many times now that it doesn't really affect you as much
It still
anymore.
hurts.
Yeah.
I wish it was old where all your nerve endings are dead and you just
That's what I'm doing.
don't feel anything.
That's what I'm dealing with. Yeah. All right. Kurt says standing up from the couch too fast. Like blood pressure. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Dude, I have that. Like, if I do like a squatting position and then stand up, I get lightheaded every single time. Like, that's a way I've gotten close to like trying to get myself to see if I can pass out from it. Like, just because it happens every time. It's like
High school freaks choking themselves.
How far can I take this?
By yourself.
Yeah, right. So he just walks in and finds me one day.
Yeah, at least with your buddy Mitch or whatever, or Gary, if you pass out, he can help you if you're by yourself.
What?
I think this is Braga just setting it up in case
Yes.
the paramedics come.
Yes.
He's got a tie wrapped around his neck and tied to the doorknob. I'm just seeing if I could make myself pass out. Paramedic. Yeah.
Science.
With that Adam and Eve catalog wide open.
All right. 2 from WCP. Cut a chunk of the tip of his thumb off, slicing some potatoes on a new mandolin. Wait, like the musical
those are scary
instrument?
to use. No, it's a little. You slide the potato. It just got a blade sitting flat.
Oh, Jesus!
You just run
Those are the most
Yeah,
dangerous fucking things ever.
Yeah.
Never. You never see one of those in my house. Like, you literally hold it with your hand and slice it above like the sharpest knife ever. That's crazy. It's crazy.
That's the fun in it.
I guess.
Or you get the
You get really good. Yeah, when you're really good
Real
at
fast.
it, you don't even look. You
Yeah.
watch TV or whatever you're watching, and you can just feel it. You get a sense.
Uh-huh.
And every like fourth or fifth one, you're off just a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and keeps you on your toes.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah.
you feel alive.
Feel alive, brother. Swoosh McDuck says you had the Henry Rowan Gardner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ross and Cruisin'. All right, my number 1 is I have hurt my back in numerous ways. The most recent of which was showering. Like, I was literally in the shower. I was like putting soap on myself, and my back.
Ooh, were you?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, trust me. That would be a better story. If I were like masturbating.
Where are you putting that soap on, big boy?
Hey, you want me to tell you? Yeah, you want me to tell you? Where did you put that soap? Point it out on this doll. But like, just like, fuck, this sucks, and you can't breathe right for like a couple of days. I've done that sleeping. I've done that sneezing. I've done that like getting out of the car. Like, the back is fucking dumb.
I'm gonna knock on wood. Luckily,
Yeah.
I've never had any back issues. Everything else fucking sucks, but
Yeah,
back stuff seems like the worst.
it sucks. It's actually like debilitating.
Yeah, you can't fucking move.
Yes,
I can
or
hobble my
breathe.
fucking busted ass leg around like it's
Yeah, I can.
We'll
Yes,
get around.
exactly. Yeah, I can limp around. I kind of need to breathe and be able to sit down and get up. Yeah. All right, what you got?
All right. My number 1, I guess I'll call it an old man injury. It was we were still playing fucking like rec league basketball leading up into the pandemic. And in the last game of the pandemic, damn near to the end of the fucking game too, go up for a jumper, guy's foot slides under, completely roll my fucking ankle over. Like a bad one. And yeah, I obviously didn't go to the doctor or anything after that. And now my left ankle just cracks and hurts when it's cold out.
That is some old people shit if I've ever heard it.
Definitely did not just bounce back from rolling your ankle anymore.
It's just injured forever.
It's just injured forever.
I think that was a Louis.
And now-
I think that was a Louis C.K. joke where he goes to his doctor and his ankle hurts, and his doctor's just like, yeah, you just got a shitty ankle now. Just take
got a shitty ankle.
take 8 leave a day and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
8 leave a day.
But now when was I mean, I haven't even thought about playing basketball. Because I get, when you play those pickup games and there's an old head in there playing, I was like, yeah, I don't think I would risk jumping. Set shot jumpers, I'm not going up for boards. I'll lay some screens on people and shit, but now I don't think I'm going to risk blowing in Achilles or
You're a spot up shooter now.
Something.
That's it.
Yeah.
Stand in the corner, hope somebody passes to you, and then you shoot it and
play it ain't a jump shot either.
You half-ass on defense. Yeah, no, all set shots.
Yeah.
I mean, you were doing set shots anyways. What are we talking about, Ski?
I was a fucking high flyer, man.
You're not doing Dean step form jump shot shooting, man. What are we talking about?
Oh, I had to.
Oh yeah, you are kind of short king.
You think someone of my height could just flat foot hit jumpers?
What a swipe! You set that one up, you asshole.
He's a short king.
Jesus.
He's a king. He's a short king.
Jesus, man.
What?
Rude.
Is it? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I felt unnecessary. You weren't really jumping. Oh, maybe you were. Cause, wow, just felt rude.
Right?
Gratuitous.
That's the LeBron celebration, right? Like you're too small. Like
excessive.
So.
Yeah, what's
my number one? This isn't my number one, but it actually kind of tracks with what Skis is. Mid 2000s, up in Lacey, Washington, at Pints and Courts bar.
Pints and Courts.
Pints and Courts. Walking back to my friend's apartment, and I step off a curb and go, wow, right foot feels like it's electric. Woke up at like 3, 4 in the morning. Went, oh my God, it's huge. Long story short, just thought I sprained it. Didn't go to the doctor for like a month and a half. Yeah, I broke my 5th metatarsal. And about 2 years ago, it was hurting again real bad, same spot. Go to an ortho, and he goes, hey, man, you see that? Well, if you live here still in 10 years and I'm not retired in 10 years, I'm going to see you, buddy, because you got 2 bone spurs just floating around.
Well, President Bone Spur over here. You run for office here now. You're good.
Hey now.
100%. But my real number one is trying to do a family-friendly, functional thing with cutting pumpkins. Are you familiar with this pagan this pagan thing in October?
Big holiday right there.
Yeah, it used to be radishes, I think. Yeah.
So I'm cutting a pumpkin. I'm sure I've probably told this before, so I'll tell it quick. Cutting a pumpkin in the kitchen. Wife is out there. We actually don't have kids at this point, I don't think. So I'm just cutting the pumpkin, trying to get the guts out.
All that young sex you were having, and you didn't have any kids yet? Huh.
Maybe I had one.
Hey, you're cutting pumpkins with no kids?
Yeah, I had to have had kids then. Yeah, I had to have had kids. Yeah. Just young. When you do this stuff with a young kid that they'll never remember. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm cutting it, and I'm over the sink, and the knife, I take a thing, I stab myself right in the wrist. And I look at my wrist. I go, Erica, come here. And she thinks I'm fucking with her. I pull out the knife.
Don't do that.
Blood starts squirting everywhere.
I'm supposed to pull out the knife.
Don't do that.
How deep I got it. Long story short, we go to the hospital, and it turns into this whole ordeal where they have to stitch me up, take me to another area, take Erica to another area, bring the police
like
in.
A suicide thing? Yeah.
Yeah. Are you being abused? Are you abusive? Do you have intrusive thoughts? Have you ever thought about harming yourself? No. I was just cutting a pumpkin. I'm an idiot. I'm just dumb. Trust me. I'm just a stupid human.
If this was mid 2000s Chiefs, I mean, it might be warranted.
That was him. I love Matt Castle. The losses were fine. You know.
They're fine, right?
That Romeo Crennel era was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Fun.
What do you mean? He was like fresh off all those ex-49ers quarterbacks at that point. He was living good.
Look up what one of their linebackers did at the Arrowhead parking lot and made Romeo Crennel watch kids. That's how fun that era of Chiefs football was.
Ew.
Just look it up. So that was my number one.
Remember when my brother was a kid, he was helping his dad like chop wood, and a piece of the axe came off and hit him right in the vein in the middle of his arm, like inner elbow or whatever, and it just started like fucking Kill Bill. I wasn't there for it, but they had to go to the emergency room right away. My brother's dad, squeamish at the sight of blood, which did not help.
I will say I learned that people are more squeamish at blood than I am. And it was October of 22, 23, when I was cutting up some dinner, and I basically cut my fingernail off. And I just went to the ER, whatever. I'm just dripping blood, but it's just your finger. And I just post a couple pictures on Facebook or Instagram because I think it's kind of funny because I'm a dipshit. So many people were like, spoilers! Oh, get the Safeway timeline! Wow.
Well,
it's just
one of those definitely wasn't Duck Duck Chef because that dude fucking posts.
Yes, he does.
I think that's who I thought it was. Why it was cool. You could just post bloody
If
fingers.
he can get away with it,
Not.
yeah. Yeah,
But to
that's
this
when you
day,
learn. That's when
my
you learned
fingernail-
where you are in the duck football pecking order on Twitter, King.
Oh, I showed it to my Bruin fans and they all loved it. But to this day, fingernail doesn't grow back right, and it's the tip is sensitive.
Sorry, you have a sensitive tip. They have stuff for that. Hymns. Check it out.
Go to our use
Yeah,
code TSP.
Promo code
Speaking
TSP.
of hymns, yeah, go.
We should end the podcast.
We're done.
Real quick, one's from the chat. Booble punching a metal utility pole out of anger. Yeah. Yes. Kurt says, 8 years old after mowing the lawn, decided to check how hot the muffler exhaust was. So
Yes, I love that one.
touch white hot metal to gauge it. Severe second degree burn. Turns out the hot thing spewing out black smoke is indeed hot. And one from WCP. When I was in third grade, I fractured my tibia after getting pushed from behind at the end of recess. There was only like 2 days left of school before summer break. Really fucked up early summer plans, specifically a Rogue River jet boat trip. That sucks. That sucks. And then the reason this list came about, Swoosh McDuck, his number 1, 2, and 3, lifting a 12.3-pound cat off the office desk on Monday.
Duval.
And injuring himself. Duval. All right, we got to end the podcast. Listener, there are a bunch of honorable mentions in our chat. So if you want to see those, check them out.
Here's a quick one of punching stuff.
Post
If you
this
could
bad
see,
boy on YouTube so you can see him there.
if you can look at my pinky knuckle is supposed to be here and not down here. That's from punching a wall.
I do see that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I think
Don't punch walls, kids.
if we've learned anything, it's toxic male masculinity or whatever.
Well, I mean, high school pickup basketball games was just rife with that. Your testosterone was just fucking pumping.
It does happen. Like the perceived fights that you were going to have with people just because of basketball.
Everyone.
Like everybody.
Fucker never outlets the damn ball. He just takes it all the way up every time.
Thank you.
Pass the fucking ball,
Pass
man.
the ball, man.
God!
You're not Michael
Hold
Jordan,
it.
bro. Yeah, quit holding it. All right.
So you get that long rebound. You ain't passing it to Scott.
Forget about it. All right. Movie on Sunday is Monster Hunter. It is on Hulu, so watch that. Listen to us talk about it. Thanks for watching and listening, guys. This was a long one. Thanks for hanging in there.
Why is this so long? What the hell?
That's what she said?
Who?
All right. Bye.